What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Halftime with Bizzy. Today we have Alkem1st joining us on the podcast, and he is a very well-known trader in the scene. We all know that there's been a lot of controversy in the market lately, especially with the 5 coverts for a gold trade-up update that came out. Trade reversals, market manipulation, skins going up and down, crazy stuff. I wanted to have a conversation with somebody who is very well versed in the skin scene and has a good head on their shoulders, and that's why we got Alkem1st on the podcast today. So we'll be talking a lot about the market, the future of the market, and what Valve could do to make things like trade reversals better and stuff like that. So it's a really good conversation. I think that you guys should definitely pay good attention to what we're talking about here, and maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll have your own ideas. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the current state of the CS2 skins market is. I'm also working on some new merch stuff for the Etsy shop. I'll put something up on the screen here and show you one of the things that I've been working on. I'm going to hope to get some of this out by the end of the year, but we'll see how things go. So be on the lookout for that. You can follow my Twitter. My links are in the description if you would want to follow there. Without further ado, we're going to jump into today's episode, though. So shout out Alkem1st for joining, and shout out you guys for watching. We'll catch you on the outro. Perfect. So tell me how you found Counter-Strike and what was it that got you playing Counter-Strike for all these years?
Ooh, I mean, I'm actually a bit of a newbie in Counter-Strike terms. I've only played the game for about coming up on 5 years. Um,
That's still
so
a good amount
since
of time.
probably 4.5 years now, and basically started because my friends kept asking me if I wanted to play CS, and I always said no. But then one time I was like, all right, I'll fucking play, whatever. Um, and the reason I didn't play, it's actually quite a funny reason, is I had like a LAN party back in the day before CS:GO even came out, I think, um, where we played some Counter-Strike and my game was bugged for some reason and I had no minimap, so I got hella
Oh,
flamed by all my teammates. So I just had like I just had like a trauma with CS. So that's why I never really played. Um, but then I got back into it, and on the first day where I played with my friends there, um, one of my good friends opened a Karambit Autotronic from a case. So that's how I got into
oh,
skins as well. All in the same day. All in the same day.
oh man. There's that first knife opening. There's nothing that touches that. Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. And then a week later, he unfortunately got scammed for that same knife.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Dude, back in the day, man, like obviously this trade reversal thing never existed, but like
Oh,
the
bro.
fish were out to get
Worst
you,
update
man.
ever.
It was so bad.
Worst update ever. Worst update ever.
Yeah, it's something I definitely want to get into a little bit later, but yeah, I don't know. It's a good idea, but I just think it was just executed just horribly. I mean, like all
Yeah.
the tweets
I mean,
is
it's just like I don't understand why it needs to be 8 days.
yeah.
Like I feel like 3 days would be fine. Or am I tripping?
I
I
don't
don't know.
I don't know, man. I feel like this should have
Yeah.
been beta tested behind the scenes, and they start trading with
Yeah.
each other in the office, and then okay, this is what we need to change. Publish it.
It
But
feels like they do nothing in the office first.
yeah, they're probably just got like a little basketball hoop, and they're just throwing basketballs at it all day, lean back in their chairs. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
So when you got into playing Counter Strike around 5 years ago, when was it that you started getting into skins and like I guess it was your friend opening that Karambit Autotronic that pushed you
Yeah.
over the edge for that?
Yeah. So yeah, basically I saw him play with it and then I was like, oh, I wanted to get a knife as well. Because I got a little bit hooked on playing the game itself. Um, and so I wanted to get a knife. And bright young me went on Skinport and bought a butterfly Doppler.
Oh,
And then
nice.
I realized quite quickly that I paid way over market for it. And this was also like, right, I don't know if you remember or even know, but there was a bubble with skin prices in 2021.
Oh
And I
yeah.
bought like at the peak of the bubble. And then obviously everything hella crashed. And then I was then I said to myself there was no way I was gonna be losing money on these skins, right? So I started doing a bit of buying and selling in the Danish Facebook groups.
Oh, in the
Um,
Facebook groups. Okay.
yeah. We have big Facebook groups for that stuff in Denmark. Uh, Unk Media, but that's the thing we use here. That's the thing we use here.
Hey, if it works, man.
Um, yeah. What? Where did it go from there? Um, yeah. Then I just basically started trading, started streaming a bit. This was during like my gap years between high school and uni, but then I stopped streaming again when I started uni because I didn't have time. And now I started streaming again after the market crashed, which is a bit random. But yeah, yeah, that's basically it. So I started trading, and then I just kept on trading, and eventually it became like my job,
That's so
which is what
cool.
it is now. Still, yeah,
So you're fully supporting yourself off of buying and selling skins.
yeah,
That's so
yeah,
cool, man. Did you ever think that
yeah.
you get to a point like that?
Um, I don't know. Did I? I probably didn't because it was obviously I did a whole degree, but obviously I was making enough money to drop out, but obviously I like having a degree as something to fall back on, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Falling back on the degree, which I don't know, I don't really want to do. I'd rather like start streaming and outsource the cash trading to someone else or whatever,
Yeah.
which is I guess I mean if the streaming keeps having the momentum it has now, I'm probably gonna do that within not that long because it would also cut my working hours severely down,
Oh,
which
for
which
sure.
would be nice.
I'm sure
Because
you
obviously, I mean, people think, oh, cash trading is easy. You just sit around and buy and sell skins, but in reality, it
no.
is sitting in front of the PC from morning to evening, right? Which kind of sucks. 7 days a week.
Yeah. Like
Obviously,
it's
the money is good, but you have no life, and you can't really take a proper holiday or vacation. I guess you say in the US.
yeah, it's it's a market that never sleeps and the community is always active and yeah, I mean, it's something like it could be a single tweet like when we saw the I buy power glitter, like that makeshift I buy power
Mm,
craft someone made.
mm,
You post a tweet like that, boom, all these stickers go up in price. You're away from your keyboard, you know?
yeah,
You're away from your PC, you're screwed.
yeah.
That's what we're faced with.
Cash trading is a little bit different because you're obviously buying like more. It's more knives and stuff, and not really like something like that is impossible to predict. So
Yeah.
you're always gonna miss those pumped items, and then by the time they get pumped, the price swing is so big that you don't even want to buy it, right? But
Yeah.
then people come to you and say, "Oh, I have 100 of this sticker," and you're like, maybe not right now."
Yeah, it's you always got to be aware of what's happening because the second you look away and focus somewhere else, boom, you get an update like the trade reversal. And you're like, whoa. Or you get an
Oh
update
God,
like
bro!
the,
I
trading up
remember.
five coverts.
Yeah, when trade reversal hit, I was out drinking. I was hella drunk, and then the update hit, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I just
I'm reading
immediately
this
went home.
wrong.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Same thing even with this update. I was just about to go to bed, and then the update hit, and then I ended up staying awake until 5 a.m. just watching the market crash. Completely stun locked. I didn't even do anything.
Dude, it was so crazy.
Very bad of me to not take advantage of being awake when the update hit, but it's what it is. Nothing I can do now.
And it sucks for you too because like what here we usually get the updates around like 7 p.m., which is like I think that'd be like 4 p.m. ish
Between
for
one,
Seattle, but for you, I mean, it's
yeah, 1 or
1:25 for
2
me.
a.m. usually. Yeah,
Yeah, like
1:20, 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning.
that's so brutal.
Yeah.
So,
Usually it's just wake up and then the update is just dunked on your head, right?
yeah, you wake up and you already missed the boat. The boat's shipped
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
sailed. So nowadays there are very big traders that you can go to. Obviously, like you have a good name for yourself. There's plenty of other people that are doing cash trading, crypto, all types of stuff, right? So with all of this being kind of like oversaturated with so many people for like, if a guy like me, if I wanted to go buy sell skins, I could go to a guy like you, or I could go to there's so many people. Like, do you feel like a competition or is it kind of just like it's not like competitive from person to person. It's just more like the atmosphere is kind of competitive.
No, I mean it's definitely competitive, obviously, because you can't sit around and buy stuff at half market price. That would never work, right? You have to keep your rates competitive. But honestly, most of it is from repeat sellers, like people who come back time after time after time because they like the quality of your service. They're used to your service. Um, so sort of building a portfolio, so to say, of customers that can basically supply you enough skins to make you a living.
Yeah.
But it's definitely competitive because like I even those people who quote unquote only go to me, I can't just offer them 50% because they obviously wouldn't take that. They would say, what's going on? Why is it this price now? But also people have different ways of doing it. Obviously now with trade protection, a lot of people do flexible rates, which is to say, if someone comes to me with a Dragon Law or something, and I can say, okay, I'll pay you 95% of whatever I can sell it for, or whatever the value is when it's tradable in my inventory. Um, so some people do that and giving a fixed rate. I only do fixed rates as of right now because I don't really see, like, I don't see the point from the seller's perspective as to why they would take the flexible rate because at that point, just sell it on CS Float yourself, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Um, so I like doing only the fixed rates, even though it exposes me to some more risk. But that's that's just what it is, right? There's just different ways of doing business, and each has their own pros and cons. But yeah, I like doing the fixed rates, but some people do both. Some people do only one. Some people do only the other. Um, it's just about honestly, it's just about keeping your name visible in the scene, right? So people don't forget about you.
Yeah, for sure.
This is the most important thing. 100% the most important thing is just getting your name out there
Yeah, and once you have the
in the
trust
repository.
established, everything's great, I'm sure. So, if we fast forward to more current times, October 22nd was like probably the most
Mm.
controversial update of all time when it came to Counter-Strike in general, let alone skins. The 5 covert to knife trade up update, it just, I mean, again, like the whole, we just seen it, everything, everything just going down. Like, what are your thoughts when you're seeing this at your computer or on your phone? I think you said when you were out drinking with your friends. What the hell's going through your head, especially when you're
That was
drunk?
trade reversal.
That
That was
okay,
not COVID trade ups.
okay.
I was fortunately sober, but I was like, I honestly I couldn't believe what I was reading. I thought it was a troll at first because obviously I see people that start posting it on Twitter, right? And they're like, oh, what the fuck, and I think it's troll because what I always do. Because when there are updates, people always are like, "Oh, they did this," and it ends up being fake. Then what I do is I go to Counter Strike's Twitter and I clicked the link that they post. And in the link that they posted, it didn't have the covert trade ups thing. And then I was like, okay, it's troll, all good, fake. And then people start writing me like, have you seen the update? Have you seen the update? And I'm like, yeah, it's fake. Don't worry. And then I find out like
Oh,
5 minutes later that it's real, and I'm just like, tunnel vision. Like, I don't, because like, yeah, I mean, I couldn't even believe what I was reading, you know.
your mind just
And I was
starts
like, oh,
racing.
this is gonna crash the market. I go onto the Chinese marketplaces, I just see like listing prices are dropping, buy orders are disappearing straight up, um, which is obviously bad for the market because then there's no like bottom liquidity if the buy orders disappear. And now I'm thinking, why didn't I just instantly supply all these buy orders to get the money out and then buy the dip? But what can you do at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, you can't predict shit nowadays.
If I full bought the dip, I would have gotten owned by trade reversals anyway, which I did anyway. So like it's a bit of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I was in disbelief. I was about to go to bed, and it ended up with I ended up being awake until 5 a.m. I think, and then going to bed there, and then waking up again like 9 a.m. because I gotta be awake for when quote unquote the market opens, aka when skins become tradable, which is at 9 a.m. my time.
Yeah.
So I woke up again there, and I had a rough day on 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah, it's brutal, man. I don't know about you, but like at first I was like everybody else. I was like everybody else, sorry. I'm thinking, the skins market is absolutely dead. Why the hell would they do this? Like market
Hmm.
manipulation was a
Yeah,
problem for many, many months. Like I was driving to work and I was just like numb almost. I'm like, damn, dude, like did this really happen?
yeah,
Like it was a
yeah.
rainy, gloomy day, overcast and everything. I was like, dude, like this fucking sucks. Like after a while though, like a couple days later, I was kind of like, you know what, fuck it, it is what it is. Just gotta roll with the punches and everything. Like,
Yeah.
how did you kind of take
That
that as the days went on? Did you kind of like level yourself out, or?
I mean, obviously, like I don't know however people cope with like significant financial losses, but like I called my parents, I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I've lost a lot of money today, it fucking sucks, but it is what it is, right? There's nothing I can do about it." So usually I go by a mantra that is like, it's just money. It could be way worse.
yeah,
Um, it's like it could be one of my loved ones that something happened to, but it's just money, right? In the end of the day, it's just money, and money comes and goes. As we've seen now, the market is going crazy again, right?
yeah.
It comes and goes. Um, Wait, I lost my train of thought. Fuck. Um, yes, my train of thought was going into like, as a trader, you're basically just dollar cost averaging, right? If you keep buying all the time and you on average always make a profit, it doesn't really matter that much if you make a bit of loss uh, during some periods, because in the long run you're still going to be profitable. But I think it must have been way more rough for the people who like just put a lot of money into the game right before the update, and then they just got wiped out 50%, right?
Yeah,
um, which obviously I've been in the game for a long time. I make like consistent money pretty reliably, right? Obviously, there are market swings that you're vulnerable to, but generally, you're gonna be making some money on every single trade you do. Um, so I didn't take it too rough, because to me, it's I may I yeah, like I can't let it wipe me out and cry in a corner for days, right? I have to keep moving.
yeah, 100%.
Um, so that's basically just what I did.
And like I think the worst part about all of it is like just how it almost seems like Valve just doesn't give a shit about us. And I mean that there was that one update where there was in the patch notes there was like customers can now buy the Genesis terminal in these countries and stuff.
Customers, yeah. Oh, I
Okay,
remember
bro.
that one.
Yeah, and then, now we just get, oh my god, retakes are back. Retakes from
Mm.
Counter-Strike Global Offensive have returned to CS2. And the very, very bottom, you see this little update that just affected everything.
Nuke
I
the whole
think
market.
nuked it, dude. I think it's really gross how they handle us and how they view us sometimes. And obviously, a big part of this whole controversy in this update was like the reports of the suicides that were happening. Like I heard that there was people in China that like actually jumped off their apartment buildings. They got confirmed. They took
Yeah,
out like 20K
yeah,
USD loans and stuff. And I don't know. And I got to defend Valve on this one. I don't really think that it's safe to point the finger at them and say you made people kill
of
themselves.
course not.
Individuals, like if I'm going to take out a $20,000 loan and put it on pixels in a game in a market that has crashed before and we've seen things happen before, and I lose that money, if I
Yeah,
go and kill myself, that's not Valve's fault. I should know
no, of
better.
course not. Of
And I
course
think
not.
that's
Yeah.
I think that's really wrong that people are doing that. So like I wanted to kind of get your opinion on that whole thing.
I mean, obviously, taking your own life is never the way out, right? There's always something to live for,
And
but
anything.
it is telling a bit that uh, the market has that much power, you know. Um, and it's obviously tragic, right? Because no one should ever die over a fucking video game.
Yeah.
Be whether it be an economy in a video game or the video game itself. Um, it's crazy, and I just want to say, if anyone, I mean, obviously the market has bounced back a bit, right, and people are not down as much as they were, but if people know anyone that have been like severely affected and maybe were not in the best spot mentally already, like, come on, just ask them how they're feeling, man. they grab a talk and offer them a beer or whatever to
Yeah.
do, right? Um, Take care of each other, you know. Um, yeah, I don't have much else to say. Like, it's fucked up that people have died over an update in a video game, but I mean, that's I just feel kind of powerless, you know,
What I mean, what are we gonna do?
sitting
You
here
know?
exactly, yeah, yeah. And what are Valve gonna do? They just have a video game with a ragingly successful economy, and they made that change the economy, and all of a sudden people are taking the bad way out or the easy way out, however you want to put it,
Hmm.
because of some financial loss. It's like crazy.
Yeah. And I don't think it's whether it's Counter Strike or absolutely if it's stocks or anything at all. I mean, I've been seeing tweets, especially when this all happened. People were, the shock hit everybody. But I saw people saying that they put their whole life savings into this and stuff. And I'm just like, why do you ever put all of your money that is in your name in one thing, regardless of anything, but especially Counter Strike? Why, like, people have to learn to be more, you know, I don't know, man. I think people just let the pixels get to their head and it just, kind of consumes them or something. And
Yeah,
I think people need to just take a step back and realize, there's just a bigger thing going on in life and it's bigger than Counter Strike,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And it also, but I get it as well, right? Because historically, the CS market is like playing is it's only up, right?
Yeah,
Everything is only up all the time. It goes up, it goes up, it goes up, it goes up. And if you buy anything now and you hold it for 2 years, you're probably up.
yeah,
But obviously, it's always stupid to put all your eggs in one basket. But
100%.
I mean, that's not gonna stop people from doing it
Yeah, I agree.
because it's always easy when the market is up to say, "Haha, look, I was right." But
Yeah,
then, what do you know? While you're sleeping, Valve drops an update that nukes half of the market, right?
that's it. That's it. And like we were kind of briefly touching on, like we're getting very close to coming back to the $6 billion all-time high market cap. I don't understand. Oh, did the call? Oh, I thought the call lagged out. Um, I
Nope.
don't
All good.
understand why this is happening, especially so quickly. Like I feel like this would have taken months to maybe even a year plus to get back to
Mm,
getting even near that. What are your thoughts on like what could be causing this? Like, do you think there's more market manipulation going on? Like China's bouncing back, or I truly have no idea.
no, I think it's actually quite an easy explanation, and the explanation also grounds in that obviously you're talking about the price empire market cap,
Absolutely,
right? It,
yeah,
it it bottoms back to that the way they calculate the market cap is actually quite flawed, and especially even more now because the skins that get traded up, the reds that get traded up, they don't get removed from the calculation because they don't get wiped from databases, even though they don't even though they no longer exist in the game, they're still part of that number, but they get turned into a knife, right? So if we have 1,000 new butterfly gamma doublers that are all worth $1,000 or $3,000 even now, right? Then you have a 3 million market cap right there, and the reds that went into those, they went up in price and they're still getting counted. So it creates an incredibly inflated number. Uh, and we're seeing just as knives balloon in price and the reds balloon in price, uh, while no reds are being removed from the number in the market cap obviously goes up a lot because I think we saw calculations that there were like 20 million reds or something in the game, and if they all like 2x, 3x in price, then that obviously has a massive impact on the market cap, and they get turned into knives, and the reds don't get removed from the market cap.
oh,
Uh, so I think the number is looking deceptively high right now. It remains to be seen whether Price Empire are going to change the way they calculate the market cap because the model right now is way higher than it should be, um, or the number is way higher than it should be. And if they don't change anything, I think we'll see new all-time highs within like a week. And I wouldn't
wow.
be surprised to see like 10 billion at the end of the year if they don't change the way it's calculated.
This is new news to me. I didn't even know about that. That's
No,
crazy.
but the way it's calculated is they take the number of registered, let's say, factory new AK Nightwish. I looked at it on stream today. I think there's like 25,500 factory new AK Nightwishes in the game, and they multiply it by the price on buff, which is like 130, $40 right now. But the thing is, how many of those factory new Nightwishes don't exist anymore because they've been thrown into trade ups?
Oh,
A lot of them, right? A huge amount of them. I saw on the Steam market on the first day after the update. Within 24 hours of the update, I think 20% of all covert skins from the Dreams and Nightmares case had been sold on the Steam market.
20%.
Yeah, it's
That's
absolutely
crazy.
crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Like you can go through the sales numbers on the Steam market, and it's fucking nuts. And like how many of those have been traded up, but they're still counted in the market cap, right? Obviously, a lot of it is just people investing in them, but a lot of them have also been traded up and still are counted in the market cap, even though they probably should not be.
Wow.
So the number is deceptively high and higher than it should be. Um, but that's just due to a flaw in the calculation. But I have no idea how Price Empire could mitigate that mistake, or I don't know if you could even call it a mistake. But they're smart people. I'm sure they're gonna figure things out, and maybe they'll change it. Maybe they won't. It'll be interesting to see what they do,
Yeah, for
because
sure.
I'm sure they're for sure they're aware of the issue. But how they can do anything to fix it, I don't know. But
Yeah, it's a
maybe
tricky
they'll
one.
figure something out. Yeah, for sure, for sure. But I mean, obviously, the market is not worth 3 billion, which was the bottom, right? It's worth way more than 3 billion. But is it worth 5.2 or whatever it is at right now? Probably not. Probably not.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. So the next thing I wanted to ask you about is the trade reversal situation. Very,
Yes.
very controversial mechanic. I don't even need to explain how. I feel like it's just multiple times a day at this point. I'm just seeing people making complaint tweets about people trade reversing, and I don't know. It's just way too easy to screw people over and abuse the system. I mean, you go buy something on float right now because you think it could go up in price. Guarantee you it goes up in price in a couple days, and you're getting that shit trade reverse. You're not you don't own that anymore. So I wanted to get your opinion. Like, if for some reason Valve were to see this conversation, what would be the most effective way to make trade reversals beneficial so that if you did get scammed, you can get your items back, but you can't just abuse it when things go up in price so you can get your stuff back and resell it for, more profit.
Yeah. I mean, the obvious answer is just that the feature should not even exist, right? Trade reversals should only be for people who actually get scammed. It should be you contact Steam support, you send concrete proof that you got scammed, and Steam support reverses the trade for you.
They
That should
investigate
be
it and
how it is.
review it.
Exactly. They review the proof. If you have sufficient proof that you got scammed, they reverse the trade for you. Having this feature as basically a get out of jail free card for your panic selling idiocy in your brain is stupid, because it's basically you take 1 week where you protect yourself from any swings in the market. If the market goes down, it's bad luck for the buyer. They got fucked. They took a risk and got fucked. But if the market goes up, trade reverse, right? As a buyer, you just get fucked.
Yeah.
You just get fucked.
And you can use it infinitely. I know it has like a
Yeah, yeah. I
uh
mean, obviously, you get a month of trade ban, right?
yeah.
But you could, in theory, if you're sitting on $1 million of skins and you think, "Oh, I think the market is going to drop 50% in 3 days. Let me sell everything, so I get this $1 million out. And if the market doesn't go down, I just trade revert." Like, you're parking all the risk on other people while you have a get out of jail free card which lasts for 8 days. And obviously, I think 8 days is a way too long time. I
A
don't
100%.
understand why it has to be that long.
I just oftentimes when we get updates, especially with an update like this, always just wonder like how much time and thought do they actually put into stuff like this? Because it really doesn't seem like they put much. Like they have to look at
I
every
mean, I
single
think,
angle.
yeah, I mean, Valve are smart, obviously. They created the biggest in-game economy and in the world, and they basically didn't change it since it was introduced. So they basically one-shot creating an insane economy, right?
Mhm.
So they're smart, and I don't think they make these changes lightly. I think that with this the changes to gold trade-offs, right? That these are possible now, I think, was because they saw that golds and regular skins were becoming like two entirely different markets,
Yeah.
and they wanted to kind of they didn't want to see 30,000 gloves and knives, right? Um, but it looks like we're it obviously fucking looks like we're moving back to those prices now, and
Quickly.
it's just going to be reds going up. It's just going to be reds going up and not knives coming down, which I don't think they would have predicted. I certainly didn't predict it. I thought knives would get absolutely nuked because yeah, I guess I just underestimated the amount of money Counter Strike players have,
Yeah.
and some Counter Strike players, right? Enough to and the insane demand saturate the market still at these really high prices. I didn't think we'd see $3,000 butterfly gamma Dopplers, but here we are, and they're creeping up towards 3.5, even 4,000, right? I think they're 4,000 on CS float. They're about they're like 3.5 in China. Um, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like butterfly gamma Dopplers are up 25% since yesterday in the Chinese markets. So why would they not go up another 15% tomorrow?
Yeah.
Um, I don't think they saw the bounce back in knife prices coming that hard. I think they saw knife prices going down and and they wanted to put a big cool off on the market prices, but the market is just really strong and really resilient. And yeah, I don't know what they can do to even mitigate the really high knife prices. I don't know what they can do.
Yeah. And when you look at
But
every
we're still. I just want to say we're still in for a lot of price corrections because there are still trade-offs that are statistically profitable at 150, even 200%.
yeah.
So that means either the reds need to come up even more or the knives need to go down.
Hmm.
Um, and it looks like from what is going on in the market right now, it just looks like it's going to be reds going up and not knives going down. But who knows at this point, right? The
Yeah.
market is absolutely crazy.
Yeah. And they've made all of these changes, and like the trade reversal thing happened. Now you got to start waiting 8 days if you buy stuff on CS Float. If you buy a sticker and a gun, you can't put it on the gun until 8 days later until it's
Oh,
cleared.
worst update.
Super annoying. Then they made the change with the coverts and everything, and it's like you saw a lot of knives coming down initially at that $2,000 a day cap that you can spend on Steam. So it's like these guys know what they're doing. The Genesis terminal, same thing. People ate that up. I can't believe people were buying a bunch of shit out of Genesis terminals day one. Absolutely insane to me. But it all kind of makes sense when you look at everything in a row. Like Valve was doing this for a reason. And
Yeah.
it leads me with the question I want to ask you is, do you ever think that there's going to be a day where the market's just absolute, like we got the nuke a couple weeks ago, but do you think that we're gonna get a bigger nuke one day? I don't know if we would ever see that.
I mean,
Like, who
I
knows?
it feels inevitable because they keep dropping. I mean, they dropped this. This was a mega nuke on the market, right? But they keep dropping these smaller nukes, right? Trade reversal. Skins are not visible in your inventory for 10 days. Um, I mean, what else? Obviously, trade lock. They added trade lock back in the day. Um, they go after gambling sites. And they close down the entire API, so a bunch of marketplaces get completely fucked. They keep dropping these bombs on the market in attempts to I don't even know what the API changes made no sense to me because obviously the marketplaces were gonna just find a workaround, right? Which they have. Um, So, I mean, a lot of these changes make no sense to me. But I think I can't see them stopping to make changes to the market, because we've seen now that they're willing to make these absolutely crazy changes. So why should they stop? Why should they stop making them? I can't see it. But whatever the next is, I don't know. Maybe they make it so you can only change or trade with people who are on your friends list on Steam, which would
Oh,
absolutely nuke the market, right?
oh my God.
But who the fuck knows at this point, right? And it scares me to even say it, but yeah, I don't know.
You know,
I
it
can't
got
see anything stopping.
no. I mean, it was a point in time where you could say like Big Skillet made that video so many years ago, April Fool's joke, and we actually got
And
that.
now it's real. Yeah.
You could say the most
Motherfuckers were
unrealistic
making
thing.
videos about that shit as jokes.
Yeah. You could say the most unrealistic thing. Oh, what if Valve did this? And we could see it. Like, you don't know what to expect with these people anymore.
No, it's but and it takes out a lot of trust in the market. So I'm actually surprised that it is that strong. That people are just like, oh, now Valve did this, but it looks like the market doesn't care. So now we're just back to 100% trusting Valve that they won't fuck us over, which is what it
One
feels like,
day
right?
everything
Because
sucks, the next day
if
everything's great.
at the end of the day, people would not be paying $15,000 for a butterfly emerald if they didn't trust Valve, right?
I
But
mean,
people are paying that every single day, multiple times a day.
yeah.
These knives sell, so people trust Valve, even
It's,
though they've shown time and time again that they're willing to fuck with the market.
yeah. Do you ever get
But who
worried
knows?
about like, since this is your
Yeah,
main
when I talk about it, yes. When I talk about it, yes.
like how do you
But
keep
I prefer
yourself
not to talk
together?
about it.
If you don't want to talk
Um,
about, the details about it, obviously
I don't
don't,
know. I
but
think, uh, how do I keep it together? I think it's just obviously if they tomorrow say trades are no more, I'm I'll be losing a lot of money and I'll be out of a job, right? But I think it's because I think I stay calm because it's providing me a stable income for a long time, right? Uh, and yeah, because it's a stable way to live for me. I mean, it wouldn't be stable for someone starting cash trading or whatever now, right?
bad time to start that
But
now.
I'm, yeah. Don't start right now. The market is way too crazy. Um, but I think it's just because I'm calm because I don't know. Maybe it's my it's just money. It could be worse mantra. I don't know.
I mean, the minute with anything too, the minute you start panicking is the minute you'll start fucking up. So to as
Exactly.
hard as it might be,
But then you revert your trades in 7 days. Then you revert
ah,
your trades in 7 days.
it's the right
Fuck
way to
that
go
shit.
about it, man. Just be the cooler minds prevail is what they always say, and as hard as it might be, like you just with anything again, like you just have to try to keep like a cool mind and just plan things out. Don't just start doing shit because it almost never pays off. So you're going about it the right
No,
way for sure.
I'm glad
Um,
to hear that that's what you think.
that's what I think. That's what I think. One of my last questions I had for you was like for people that are trying to make a profit and, whether it's quick or long-term holds, what would you say people like what would your advice be to people looking to do that and what they should invest in, or should they just keep their hands clean off the market right now?
I would say keeping your hands clean is boring, right? Because then your money is just rotting to inflation.
Yeah.
Um, but I actually made a video like 3 years ago about stuff that how would I invest $1,000 in the game, right? And I think my answer is still largely the same. I would invest in collection skins, so like the stuff that trades up to Dragon Laws or Gongnias or whatever, right? Um, I would invest in those, but only in the ones that also double as play skins.
Yes. So you
So
enjoy it.
buying, but yeah, exactly, and which also makes it really easy to sell. But I had Deagle Emerald Jormungandr back then, the green one, but now it's really pumped in value. Now it's like double the price of the other trade-up inputs. But back then, it was only like $30 more than the other two.
Oh
But see,
wow.
even if you bought it back then, you would have made a way better return than if you bought the P90 and the AUG that are in the same trade up, right?
Yeah.
But I would buy those where the supply is kind of bound to diminish because people are slowly eating them away in trade ups, right? Um, and then obviously the ones that people still want to play with. And then I would go with cases, bro. People are always gonna want to open cases.
Especially if they get
People
rid of them
always want
one
to open
day.
cases. Exactly. Like if you want to have a little bit of fun with the boys on a Friday night, what do? You buy 10 cases, right?
Bang.
10 cases and whip up the screen share on Discord. Boom. Then you're having a good time.
And then pull your
And losing some money.
$50 knife.
Maybe. Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, knives are like $50 now, the cheapest ones. Yeah,
Ugh,
that's true.
it sucks, man. But
But then I would also say just get some nice play skins, man.
yeah,
And
100%.
like I said, the market feels like only up. So if you buy now and you wait 2 years, you're probably gonna be up. Probably.
Yep. And you know, if you're buying something at the end of the day, if you're buying anything in this world, you're probably buying it because you like it. It should apply to Counter-Strike too. If you like a skin, buy it because you like it, and you'll never want to get rid of it because you enjoy it. And who knows, you blink and in 2 years it could be, up 50%. You just never know.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. Don't buy anything with the pure intention of this should just make money. If you want to buy play skins, buy something you like. Obviously, if you want to invest in something boring like cases. Um, but if you buy skins, try to at least, if you also see them as an investment, try to get the ones that are desirable in other ways than just play skins, right? So collection skins.
Hmm.
Um, that would be my advice for that.
Okay, cool. Personally, I think that another great thing to do is invest in Armory Pass stuff. Like my
Oh
whole
yeah,
thing that I've been doing is just have a bunch of stars ready for 6 to 8 months, whenever the next Armory Pass is, and go ham on day one. And if you're trying to make a quick profit, sell all of the shit that you get and just wash your
yep,
hands clean of it. Or if you're ripping
yep.
collection
Stuff,
skins,
stuff, generally stuff that gets discontinued, right? Collections that get removed, cases that are discontinued, like Riptide case or whatever. That case is never coming back.
yeah,
And how much is it now? $10, $12
oh,
cash.
it's
If you
ridiculous.
bought it for 4 stars back during Operation Riptide, right? You paid like a 70 cents each, and
Yeah,
you would be 10, 15x your money.
100%.
You still had it now.
My buddy bought an MP9 Wild Lily from the I think it was from the Riptide
That's a good
case.
one.
He bought it off the
No,
Steam market.
Wild Lily is from Saint Mark collection. It trades up to the AK Wild Lotus.
That's right. Okay. So he bought that the day it came out off the Steam market. It was like $98, I think he said. He cashed it out. He was telling me he wanted to sell skins, and he's older than I am, so he didn't really know. Set him up on float and everything. He sold that thing for like almost 4K.
Yeah.
He was laughing so hard.
There you go. 40x. And that is because it's not only a play skin, it also has other desirability, aka
Yep,
trades up to Wild Lotus. And the Wild
exactly.
Lotus is like the most expensive skin in the game, base price, right?
Yep, for sure.
I think it is at least.
It's up there. I don't know why the hell it's as
Uh,
expensive as it is. It's a
I'm
nice
I'm
skin, but
I'm pretty sure. Actually, let me look it up right now. Now I need to fact check myself. Um, come on, Wild Lotus factory new is 132,000 RMB, and Gungnir 98,000. So yeah, it is by far actually by like 45%. It's or 40%. It's the most expensive skin in the game.
absolutely
So
insane.
yeah,
So yeah, that was my last question for you. For the outro of the show, I'd like to just shine the spotlight over to the guest, and if there's, if you want to promote your services, if there's something, maybe some type of project you're working on, or any type of last words you like to say, the floor is yours. Have at her.
I guess project I'm working on right now that I've kind of randomly gotten into is streaming again, which is kind of crazy momentum. I've streamed for like a week and a half, and I'm sitting on 200 viewers, which is crazy. Um, yeah, I know.
Crazy.
So yeah, my Twitch is Alkem1st CS
We'll put the
with
links
a
in the
K and a one.
description.
Yeah,
For sure.
And my Twitter, if you want to sell skins, you can hit me up on Twitter. That's basically it, I think. Nothing else.
Alrighty, guys, and that will do it for today's episode. Mega shout out to Alchemist. You know, again, like I was saying in the intro there, I just wanted somebody to talk to and you know, kind of discuss the market situation, because there's been a lot of uncertainty and a lot of people have lost trust, and you know, it's been the weirdest experience of the market that I've ever experienced. I played since 2015, so I don't know, man. Everybody's kind of on the same boat. There's not really much logic in the market anymore. It's kind of just like a buyer beware type of market. It really is starting to seem like. So if you guys have made any trades lately, hopefully they've been in your favor. If they haven't gotten reversed, of course. Yeah, I don't know, man. Weird stuff. But as always, it'll pan out in the future. You just got to be patient. And if you're really uncertain, I would just suggest not even touching the market, because, you know, when you start doing things without a proper state of mind, you know, you just kind of start making mistakes. So gut instinct, you know, they always say follow your gut. If you have a gut instinct, listen to your gut, and that's all you can do, man. Just be careful out there. But that'll do it for today's episode, guys. If you guys liked the video, if you enjoyed the conversation, if you learned something, please feel free to like and subscribe and comment down below what you guys think of the market situation. And I don't know, man, fingers crossed that it gets better soon and we get some quality updates, you know. So I don't know, man, that trade reversal thing is a bitch, man. That's a bitch. So hopefully that gets fixed. But yeah, make a shout out to Alchemist. His links are in the description right under mine. So make sure you go tap in there. Follow him on Twitch. Follow him on Twitter. Show him some love and support. And that'll be it. Till next time, everybody. Peace.